This video is brought to you by Smugglers Run Gaming, growing and organizing competitive gaming communities. Check them out at facebook.com at Smugglers Run Gaming. Hello everyone, welcome back to Dice Commando for round 2 of tonight's standard tournament at Smugglers Run Gaming in Beaverton, Oregon. On our left we have Steve. He's playing the new Han Elite with 2 Marauders and Double Down. He of course is on Mean Streets with the Scoundrels. On the right we have Andrew. He's playing Maul, Executioner, and Lightsaber Mastery. So Steve should be able to win this roll-off pretty easy. Andrew's on Theed, which he'll take if he wins, but we're likely playing on Mean Streets here. So Andrew rolled a 2. Steve will beat that easy. Well, only gets a 3, but it'll be on his. So Andrew will put the 2 shields into Maul for certain, and we'll get started. So do remember that the Infamous Marauders have a cool ability that when you resolve one of their dice with a pay side, that they deal 1 indirect damage as well. But that is only again for the pay sides, of which they have 3. The 1 base, the 2 base, and then the 2 money. All right, so Steve will take his money here, and we will get started. So while we're doing this, remember the Maul has the power action that you may re-roll one of his dice or one of his upgrade dice. And you can discard a card to re-roll it again if so choose. If it's showing melee, you may remove the die, not resolve the die, remove the die to deal that value to 2 characters. So it does work with modified sides. And then Han has the ability that you may change a Scoundrel die showing a resource into a side showing damage. Alright, so Marauder comes in for a blank, Andrew rolls in the Executioner for a 1. Okay, we do see Indifferent in his hand. I believe we also see Convergence. Alright, so 2 for 1. So that'll make him some money and do some indirect, not bad. Alright, so Andrew drops Dooku's Saber onto Maul, and because Maul is a Sith, he can deal 1 damage to a character with no shield, so he puts 1 into Han. Alright, taken. Back to Steve here. Takes money, most likely. Oh, so he's going to Rendezvous to resolve a yellow die, reducing the cost by 1. So he will net 2 and deal an indirect, which Andrew takes on the Executioner. All right, Andrew will bring in Maul. Rolls pretty well. We're looking at a 2, a 2, and a 2. All right, so if Steve does have the Convergence, he'll play it now. You can't tell if they're Convergence or Indifference. He might have 2 of one and 1 of the other. Yep, so that's what he's going to do. So he's going to Convergence for 2, so he'll spot 2 characters that share a subtype to discard in a support or upgrade that is that same amount, meaning he can spot the 2 Marauders to get rid of the Dooku Saber, which is gone. Alright, so Andrew will power action Maul, rolls in for a blank. He'll have to discard a card to re-roll it again, and then, of course, remove if he so chooses. He gets a 2. Alright, so he'll do 2. He goes 2 into Han and 2 into the middle Marauder there. So Han's now at 3 with 7 health remaining. Marauder at 9 has 7 health remaining. Alright, yep, there. Okay, so you did have them both. So there's an Indifferent to remove the Maul die. Andrew will put 1 into Han here. Alright, so Andrew passes. Han rolls in with a money. Alright, Forsaken, 1 of the Han dice. That's if you have 1 die in a pool. Remove a die showing a value of 2 or less. Or if either player has 1 die in a pool. Steve-O thinking it over here. Alright, drops to re-roll. Leaves the Han die where it is, which is fine because of power action. Does get the 1 for 1. Andrew puts 1 more into Han. So he's thinking it over. He actually might be taking up. Looks like he's going to take the money. Then Andrew will claim, and then he cannot spot a Scoundrel to put money on it, but with that what he'll do is he'll play Hidden Motive for 0. Call melee for sure, gets the money. Well, that doesn't stink for him, so he'll take 1 more money net and deal an indirect, which goes into the executioner, and that should be it for the round. Yep. So Andrew will go in with $2. Steve will go in with $5. But Andrew definitely in the lead right now from a damage standpoint. But once those entourages start hitting the table, things get nasty. Alright, so we have a Neiman training for 1 onto Maul. Special on Neiman training is turn an upgrade die to any side. Does not have to be yours, being the owner's. Steve's action here. Han coming in, looks like. Yep, so Han will come in. Money and a money again. Alright, Andrew brings in Maul. Alright, so we see the Neiman special, and we see the 2 on Maul. Well's a blank. So special's worth nothing right now. The special on Neiman training, of course, allows you to play Mastery for free, or from your discard pile, from your hand or discard pile for free. But so that is a potential here. So I should not say it's worthless. Alright, takes the $2. What is he building for here? Alright, so Andrew will power action Maul. Alright, gets the 1 money. He'll discard to do it again here. Drops a Vader Saber to do it, and rolls into a blank. Alright, so missed on the Maul power action. Alright, so flank, spot more if you have more ready characters than your opponent. Then remove a die. Alright, conflicted for 1 allows Andrew to reroll a die if it hits damage, deal 2, which it did, so Han's now at 6. That die stays in the pool. If Andrew had missed, he would have got 2 shields, or give a character 2 shields. Right, Steve's action here. Alright, so he'll garbage shoot the 1. Alright, Marauder garbage shoots the 2, and then the Executioner will come in with a blank. Now that Neiman training does have a 1 melee side, so alright, 2 for 1, that's a really good side. Andrew will drop to reroll. There's some, but he cannot pay for it. That's a 2 for 1. Alright, there's an entourage for 1, 2, 3. Alright, so he's tutoring right now. He's searching his deck, because entourage, when it comes to play, allows you to pull another scoundrel from your deck. So, okay, so shuffled, cut, and then it'll be Andrew. Andrew had already indicated he's going to pitch reroll, but he was waiting for it to be complete. Alright. Blank and a 1. And Andrew's out of cards. Alright, entourage comes in. He's looking for the 2 money side. It's a blank. Alright, Andrew will put 1 more in. Han has 3 health remaining. So that puts him in Maul death range here. Next round, of course. That was the 2. Sorry, that was the 2, not the 1. So he's definitely in Maul death range here on the 2 side. So it looks like Steve's pitching a reroll, deciding which ones to pick up. He's got a pretty low chance of hitting the money on entourage. Alright, so just the entourage. Alright, so the indirect on entourage. It's not bad for him. It's the 3 indirect. I mean, alright, so he's syncing it over here. Yep, does the 3. Andrew will take 1 shield and then put the other 2 into the Executioner. So Executioner has 4 health left. Han has 2, and then 7, of course, on that middle Marauder. So Andrew can get Maul out here and then drop Han is what he's hoping to do. Alright, but he's going to get Executioner in first. Misses on the... or gets a blank, misses on the Executioner. What he really wanted was to get 2 on the Executioner, drop Han, roll the Executioner back in, but... Andrew will certainly want to try and resolve that Executioner and get out of the pool first, but any opportunity to get Han out of the pool is going to be good here. So Han's on his 2 damage and his 1 money. Alright, so Andrew pays 1 to Pushing Slash from under Lightsaber Mastery, so he'll be able to bring in Maul and then resolve one of his character or upgrade dice. Alright, so comes in, misses. So he could resolve the 1 money, but likely won't. So yep. So the only way you get to, so you roll in resolve, and then if you have Neiman Mastery on your character, you can turn the die to any side. But he does not have Mastery, just training. So he decided not to resolve. Okay, so Steel Power Action turned to 2. So now Andrew's looking down the barrel of 4 damage. So that's what he's going to do. It's not efficient with the Executioner, but he'll Maul Power Action, gets the 2. Yep, he'll put 2 into Han, and then he goes 2 onto the Healthy Marauder, putting them both at 2 damage with 7 remaining. So the reason he's doing that is because Maul's Power Action must deal damage to 2 characters. So what Andrew's trying to do is keep, instead of cutting down one guy like you normally would, he's trying to spread it around so the power action stays on longer. Otherwise, you either can't use a power action or you have to hit your own guy with it. This goes back to Steve here. Right, truces for 1, so they each gain 1 with ambush, and then in comes another entourage, and then he'll get to tutor again. So do you remember he's playing double down, and he's playing the 3 entourages in this build. Right, so while he's doing that, Andrew pitched a reroll. That's a 1, a money, and a money. So Andrew did miss the Executioner trigger, or he didn't miss it, but he did not get to take advantage of the Executioner trigger because the die was already in when Han went down, but he had to save the 4 damage. Alright, so there we are. So Andrew had rerolled, he's doing that, so it's Steve's action. So it looks like he's going to bring in an entourage. It's indirect. It's the 3 side. Alright, drops to reroll. Blank in the special. Alright, another entourage. There's the money he wants. Now if he can get a good roll and get money on one of the Marauders, he can drop his 3rd entourage, and then he'll have 5 scoundrels in play, and that special becomes pretty brutal. Alright, so Andrew's going to best defense both of those. That's a pretty efficient use, so it puts 3 damage into the Executioner, but removes 2 dice. I think that just stops Steve in his tracks. Alright, so in comes the Marauder. Right, gets the 1 for 1, but again, he doesn't have any money. But we do see he's playing Rendezvous. We may actually see one in his hand, actually. Alright, so pitch to reroll, gets money and a 2 melee. Alright, in comes the next Marauder. There's the shield. So Andrew will put 3 into... Okay, he just goes for the top Marauder, what used to be the middle Marauder. Yep, so 3, there we go. Wait, hold on. So you went from 2... Did he take 1 too many? Oh, sorry, it was a Maul 3. I'm sorry, guys. I have a hard time seeing sometimes on this table. Or at this lighting, so I apologize. That was a 3 and the 1, so he did take damage correctly, then resolved the shield, and we went into the next round. Alright, so Andrew will open us, or sorry, Steve will open us up. He had claimed and put the 1 on via spotting a scoundrel. And he'll likely be able to get another entourage in, but will he be able to get it in before Andrew cuts him down? So he's hoping for the 2-for-1 side, for money, I mean. But getting anything to put the executioner down probably doesn't hurt. All right, he gets the plus melee side. All right, Maul comes in. All right, roll some damage. Money, damage, and money. So certainly going to power action the money side for Maul. All right, other Marauder comes in. There's the money he was looking for. That's good for him. Right, so Andrew's going to use Lightsaber Mastery. He's going to pull Draw Closer, which allows him to resolve a die showing melee without removing it from the pool. So he pays 2 for that. So he'll resolve the Maul 2, 1 net into the Marauder. Back to Steve. Probably takes his money here, right? So he can drop another entourage or control. Yep, so that's exactly what he'll do. He'll gain 1 net. Andrew takes the indirect on the shield. Back to Andrew here. All right, pays 2 for Fear and Dead Men to do 2 to all of an opponent's characters. Resolve that 2 against all of an opponent's characters. So drops the Marauder. That will trigger the Executioner, and then 2 more into the bottom Marauder, who now has 5 health remaining. And there comes the Executioner, gets a blank. All right, Entourage for 3. So the Entourage special is now worth 4, because that other Marauder's off the table. All right, just got to find the die, and then it's Steve's action here. All right. Andrew pitches to re-roll. Gets a special on the training. Blank again on the... Oh, also a blank on the entourage when it comes in. Andrew has his power action yet on the Maul. Alright, he doesn't. He just hits for 2. Again, there's no reason to do that because he would have to deal damage to 2 characters, so... Alright, another blank on entourage. Steve's not rolling well here. Right, Andrew passes. Steve will roll in his other entourage. Alright, there's some... Alright, Andrew measures the 3 indirect, because it rolled the 3 indirect, so measure, remove a trooper die to remove a die. Then he'll be able to roll his Executioner in. Alright, pitch to re-roll. Oop, there's a special. It's a targeted damage. No, Forsaken's the special. Only 1 die in Andrew's pool. Oh, he does have Fickle. He didn't tutor on his 3rd entourage, so I wasn't sure if he had any more. But maybe, of course, they're all in his hand, right? The 2-for-1, but he doesn't have any money. Executioner comes in with $1. All right, pitch to reroll. All right, blank and a 1 shield. Steve's just not getting what he needs here. Andrew's pitching to reroll, trying to close out the game. There he got some damage. All right, takes 1 shield. Then Andrew will hit for 2, so 1 net through the shield. All right, Convergence 2 to get rid of the Neiman training. So and to be clear, he claimed to do that, put 1 on spotting a scoundrel, and then played it for free because it reduced the cost of a number of resources on the battlefield. Then we'll go into the likely last round here. So Steve's going to be very slow. Oh, gets money, which he doesn't really need at this point. And he rolls in his Executioner first, rolls a blank again. Next Entourage. Disrupt. Right? Oh, Andrew plays Neiman Mastery on Maul for 2, which allows him to flip a character die to any side. So that puts lethal on the table. Can he control? He cannot. Alright, so that'll put him down. Nicely played, gentlemen. If you like what we're doing here on the Dice Commando channel, please show your support with a like and a subscribe. Please remember to keep all comments civil and constructive, and to help us continue to grow this amazing community. Thank you for watching Dice Commando.
Hey, I'm Steven. Welcome to Dice Commando. Make sure to like and subscribe. Watch the videos.